Welcome to Tea Tales and Talks, where we drink some tea, cover a few mystical tales, and talk about a lot of spooky stuff. I'm Sarah, I'll be your host.
And I'm Mackenzie, I'll be your co-host.
All we ask is that you pour yourself a cup and don't let your tea get cold. Oh, I kind of like that. Okay.
Do you want me to try them right now?
I would like for you... I don't know. It's because they're not very good that I'm a little bit nervous for your... They're really healthy, so they don't taste good. Once you start eating it, it's okay, but...
We're fine.
I put a lot of date syrup in it. And I put raisins and dark chocolate. And it's dark chocolate, so it's like, just really...
I like it.
Whole wheat flour, too.
Yeah, I actually kind of like it.
Great. Really?
Yeah.
Okay, well, they're good for you, so...
Perfect.
Slay.
I like them.
Guys, we have so many updates.
A lot has happened in the month that we took off.
I'm getting tingles a little bit.
Oh my gosh, Sarah.
I don't know, like, I feel like so many things have happened.
She got a KitchenAid.
The biggest thing that happened, the most significant thing that happened, was I got a KitchenAid mixer.
The baking is about to go so hard, guys. I can't wait.
I've been cranking out cookies, muffins, cake.
Bread.
Brownie, bread.
Banana bread.
Banana bread, lots of banana bread. And that's just, I've been mixing it by hand. But now I have my KitchenAid, and I don't know, I think nobody's prepared.
I showed Spencer, he got excited too. I thought Sarah got a KitchenAid. This is about to be amazing. Perfect.
I feel like I was going to say something else, and I don't know what else new has happened.
Yeah, I think you said there's so much, and I think we named one thing.
Yeah, it was only the KitchenAid mixer. What
else has happened?
I do believe
You took all your exams.
I finished all 3 of them, and I cried after the first one.
Good.
Which
was healing.
Maybe not, but now sitting back and reflecting, I think I did better than I thought in the moment.
I thought that in the moment, but yes, I agree.
I think I just need to relax a little bit. Anyways, I don't get the results until end of June, probably.
End of June, boo. Why does it take so long?
It's not like somebody is manually
That's what I'm
looking.
confused by.
It goes through a computer.
Exactly.
So I have no idea.
Part of the fun is waiting. Ha ha ha. Just kidding. This process is not fun at all.
It's not fun. What new things have happened with you? What should we update on?
I feel like absolutely nothing has changed.
Oh.
I moved out in February, but that wasn't that's not new.
No.
They've known that. That's going well. Work is going well. Yeah, guys. That's pretty much it. Yeah, I'm starting to study, and that's pretty much it.
Well, I believe in you. Whoa, this is cute. There's like a star in the middle of it.
How?
Can you see? Oh, like the light is like...
Oh! Whoa!
Whoa, that's really cool. Can you take a picture?
Yeah, just keep your hand there. I love you, but I know you will hate this.
And that's why I love you, because you know that I will hate it. Okay, this was a better angle. You could see it.
Definitely.
Slay. Okay, I'm posting that because there's a star in my cup.
Whoa!
And that's really good vibes.
That's a good sign.
Okay, so not many things have happened. Maybe not that much. We've only taken really like a 3-week, 4-week break.
Yeah, and I'm just kind of working. Like, I'm not doing much.
Yeah, there's not much. I'm crocheting a lot, but that's about it. So, okay, so now that this is like season 2, technically, right, of Tea Tales and Talks.
Woo!
Triple T, 3 T's.
Times 2. Season 2.
Season 2. We do have a little bit of a different theme. Not really, but like my branding for this season is going to be a little bit different. And I'm just changing some of the colors a little bit. And if you're watching... No, if you're watching us right now...
If you're watching this right now,
don't.
That's kind of crazy.
So I'm making it a little bit more Coraline themed, as we do, because, okay, so many things from this podcast are inspired by Coraline.
And Coraline has such a deep, deep place in our hearts. Mine traumatically, Sarah's for good things.
Lovely for me, a little scary for Mackenzie.
That's okay.
But it's okay. I love every aspect of the movie. It's just incredible how they do it. I love it. I love claymation. I love the storyline. I love the vibes of it. It's funny and it's kind of spooky, and it's just amazing. I just love it so much.
I feel like I've blacked it out so much because I have so much
trauma.
perceived trauma tied to it that I'm like,
I can understand why it would be traumatizing for most children. However, I was watching like Paranormal Activity with my cousins when we were like 6 years old, so
I think the first time I watched a horror movie, I was like in grade 9. Like I was 14.
Really?
Don't gas. I might have been older. I like literally was like, no, hard no. No, I'm not doing it. I don't need to be scared. I don't want to be scared.
Do you guys know, I'm gonna look up when The Ring came out, because that was the first horror movie that I ever watched. 2002. Why do I have a memory of that? It was in this house, though, so I was definitely, like, 6. Anyways.
Were your parents watching it?
Yeah, I think my parents and my aunt and uncle, and then we were, like, the kids were, like, in the vicinity.
Do your parents like scary movies?
No. My mom hates anything to do with spooky, creepy, death, anything. Ghost, no.
Your mom and I get along. This is why we get along so great.
Like Halloween, she hates it.
My mom watched like a lot of action movies and like crime, so that's what I like grew up watching and then enjoyed watching.
My mom likes crime stuff, but she doesn't like the like death part
bloody,
of it.
gory.
And like creepy stuff. She doesn't. But that's where her mind goes immediately. So like, oh my god. She's also, my mom, I have like a little bit of like, I'm gonna say psychic tendencies, maybe, like a little sensitive things that happen, and my mom is she's really good, like and my whole life, I know that this is like a mom's intuition thing, but hers is like on point, to the point of like, I don't know what's going on.
It's scary.
Like how many times I will be like thinking about something, like this is like one of the most common things.
I know,
where I'm like,
you've told me stories of it happening. And I'm like
oh my god, I really want like Caesar salad today, to myself in my head. And then my mom goes grocery shopping and she comes home and she's like, oh, I got you Caesar salad because I thought that you would want it. I'm like, how did you know? She's like, I just knew. I also think she has the ability, like, she can like sense things.
The energies.
But she's super closed off to all of that stuff, and she's like, I don't want to fucking know.
Miss Girl, you're so good at it. What do you
she's so good at it, but she's like,
no, thank you.
I don't want anything to do with any of this stuff.
Stick away.
Get away from me. Anyways, me and my dad like to call that her Catholic guilt gene. Like, not being into any spooky stuff at all.
Literally, Craig at the office is so freaking Catholic, but he's like, there's only one ghost. So what? He goes, the Holy Ghost. And I go, you need to take a deep breath.
Okay, so I think it's so funny because, like, Catholicism, in my opinion, okay, nobody come after me, it's like the closest thing to witchcraft. But Catholics are also super, like, they like ride the line of woo-woo stuff. It's just interesting. Anyway, so those are our life stories. I don't even remember what we were talking about to get there.
Your mom's witchy power.
Yeah. What was I? Oh, speaking of witchy things, it's our season 2. Oh yeah, we were talking about okay, this is the
We're back on track, guys.
Coraline, the theme of the podcast. Okay, it's not the theme, but the theme, the vibe, the atmosphere.
The brand ethos.
Yes.
Thank you. Like I've been doing marketing lately.
Our branding for this season is, okay, in the movie Coraline, when she goes into the other world, okay? We went through the tunnel.
We're in the button-eyed world.
Yes. So things are getting pretty weird and pretty creepy and pretty spooky. And we're going to give all of you button eyes. So
it's fun.
That's my idea for this season. We wanted to invite you guys into the other world.
Boo, boo, boo.
Boo, boo, boo. Not much is changing. Just the branding colors a little bit. And I need this to be bigger, as per usual. 125%. Oh, my eyes got better. I'm at 125. Update. My eyes are better.
She just increased the font size when she was typing.
Actually.
You did, didn't you? You switched it from 11 to 12?
It's 12.
Wow, guys. Who called that? Who knows their font?
Let's look at things positively, okay? My eyes are getting better, and
I will wait till an optometrist says that.
Okay.
Okay, guys, we're gonna wait. whisper for the rest of the episode so Sarah can practice.
So I can practice my whispering voice. Because I'm really bad at whispering. Because either I just talk normally because I have a quiet voice.
Yeah.
Or I talk and you can't hear me.
I can't.
She can't hear what I'm saying when I whisper like this.
What?
Okay, in this episode, we're covering a famous, now some may say infamous, ghost hunting power couple and some of their most insane cases. So grab your best ghost hunting cup and let's get into the Ed and Lorraine Warren files. Boom, boom, boom. Sorry, I had to let out a burp.
Better out than in.
Better out than in, I always say. Wait, how does Shrek says that?
Is that where that's from?
How is his voice Scottish? Better out. But how do you do a Scottish accent?
I don't know.
Is Shrek Scottish or
No, he's an ogre.
well?
He is in fact ogre.
Donkey.
That's it. Donkey. Better out than in.
Better out than in, I always say. Okay. Okay, Shrek. Okay, Shrek, go away.
Go away. Get away from the
I
microphone.
can't handle this right now.
The fact that we're sober.
It's
the protein. It's the protein.
Okay, we hope you all are as excited as we are to kick off season 2 of Tea Tales and Talks. Welcome. We have been patiently waiting for you in the other world to join us for this brand new revamped season.
In this season, we're covering a lot of really interesting cases and stories. Now that we've entered the Tea Tales and Talks other world, we're going full throttle. More tea, more spooky, more weird stuff, more us, if you're into that. More magical tales, more witches, more mysteries, and even more paranormal.
If you enjoy any of those things, then we encourage you to tune in to our voices every other Monday, wherever you get your podcasts. And with that being said, to kick off our season 2, I'm going to do a tarot card reading.
Woo! Tarot pull, tarot pull.
I'm whipping the cards out.
She's grabbing the deck. I could be like the descriptor, like the video descriptor when you the visually impaired, like the
yeah. This program
is available in
something for the visually impaired.
How does a blind person see this?
Well, they don't. That's
the
gag of it all.
Dang.
So they don't. Damn. Okay, we're 40 minutes into this episode and we have not even gotten into it.
We're back. It's gonna be like
we're so back.
It's episode 1 all over.
Oh my god. Okay, what should we be asking for?
Our intentions for season 2.
For season 2,
I think.
Setting intentions and closing loops and what is to come for season 2. That's good, right?
Oh, I liked it.
Ooh, the High Priestess.
I liked it. I saw the little crown pop out and I said, yes, please.
She said me. Me first. Oops. Oh my gosh.
They're all jumping.
Oh. Shall I do one more?
Mm-hmm.
Just for fun. Okay. Okay. So we have High Priestess, 10 of Wands, and the Lovers cards. So
I find it fitting that we're doing
season 2.
The Warrens.
Oh.
And we have the Lovers card.
Yeah.
Also that, whatever you were thinking.
No, yeah. What you said. I think, well, the High Priestess is number 2.
Oh.
So season 2, number 2. Okay, 10 of Wands is, I'm pretty sure it's a little bit of like, by the way, I'm using the Rider-Waite Tarot. The man in the card carrying the 10 Wands, he's like struggling a little bit. But I'm pretty sure that the 10 of Wands means basically you're putting in a lot of work to see something good come from it or like to build like a healthy foundation. What does this say? Oh, being heavily burdened, overwhelmed, and carrying too many responsibilities. Okay, well. Okay, well, this one says 10 of Wands reminds you that although you are near the finish line, you have to manage your energy to get there without sacrificing your well-being.
That's good.
So I think that's good. The High Priestess, usually this one, I think of it as, as like balancing thing. It's also the number 2, so like 2 balance, This one says intuition, mystery, the subconscious mind, and divine feminine energy. I would like to think the High Priestess card represents our podcast in general. Intuition, mystery, subconscious, divine feminine. Woo-hoo. Boom, 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 boom. And then the lovers, because we are lovers. So yeah. Okay, no, the lovers is like, it's about harmony, and it's about partnership, but it doesn't necessarily mean.
I'm making her nervous now.
It's because she said we're not. I'm just like, I'm certainly your best friend. I don't know if you're mine. I think that the lovers is like growing together. I don't know. Girl, I lost it. I know. I was trying to think of it on my own. Harmony, I said that.
I know, you were on track.
Deep attraction.
I thought you were reading them.
No, I was straight from my noggin. Harmony, deep attraction, significant choices in love and life, often representing soulmate connections, shared values, and alignment.
That's Sarah and I, soulmates.
Note.
Oh, I thought you were saying no.
No. I didn't even hear what you said.
I was, oh. Okay. Right into my heart.
Soulmates, no. Note, the lovers doesn't have to be about a person. It can also indicate a choice that involves a deep passion or a choice between love and work, love and family, or love and friendship. This one's also like a pair. It's also the zodiac sign Gemini, which is 2. It's the twins. So season 2, we're getting a lot of 2s up in this bitch.
That's my moon.
What?
I'm a Gemini moon. Oh. I know, I'm fucking crazy.
She's two-faced. Her moon is Gemini. That was a joke, by the way.
Uh-oh.
Or was it? It's okay. My moon is Sagittarius, so.
Oh.
That one's crazy. Anyways, I don't know really what that has to do with anything, but High Priestess is our podcast. Sorry, I'm hitting the cards together. That's very annoying. And it's season 2. We're balancing. We're in our witchy energy. We're into the mysteries. 10 of Wands. Okay, I'm taking this as something positive because I'm working on positivity, and I think that this card,
me too,
while it says things are overwhelming and you have a lot of responsibilities, I also think that it's you need a lot of wood to build a good foundation. So, and then the lovers, I think we have a very good partnership here on the podcast, although we are not lovers according to Mackenzie, and we're not soulmates apparently
to Sarah. We're a little confused right now as to where we stand.
I think we got some good things going for us. I like it. Woo! Let's do what's sipping right at the top of the hour. Well, it's actually at the bottom of the first hour because we've been recording for 47 minutes, but the top of the show. It's not even the top of the show. We're in the midst of the show. But let's do what's sipping.
What is sipping? Is it sipping?
Well,
we are certainly sipping on it.
Here's the thing. We got some new drinks.
Trying new things.
So, we tried out these new protein drinks from Tim's. The chai latte and the, what is it?
Protein peach quencher.
So, here's the thing. The peach one tastes to me like peaches and almond milk mixed together.
Which I would agree with. It's like peachy milk in a way.
Yes.
And it's like, okay.
The chai latte is good.
The chai latte is good because it's primarily dominated by the chai.
So it's good. We're sipping on the chai. We split it up. I put it into a teacup.
It feels like they were really trying to be fancy and then
they missed the mark.
mark.
We hope that you guys are sipping on
something good.
Not peach almond milk, but unless you like that, then I hope you are sipping on that. This one, I need you to be forewarned. We talk about the Warrens a lot.
They are the primary topic source.
Yeah, like, interestingly. But the reason I said infamously in the beginning of this is because there is a little bit of controversy around them.
Mm-hmm.
And like all things, we are not here to tell you how to think about anything. You guys form your own opinions. I'm basically putting in everything that I found while about researching. So,
I don't know.
Putting it out there.
Disclaimer as well as we get into the episode. I don't know much about the Warrens beside what we've touched on our previous episodes. So, I'm eager to learn more about them, especially this controversy. So, buckle up, everybody.
Buckle in. Hold on to your cups. your teacups because they might go flying.
Okay. On your cups, everybody!
All right. Yes, finally, we are covering none other than Ed and Lorraine Warren. We talk about them so frequently and a lot of times accidentally stumbling upon cases that they've worked on or somehow mentioning them in episodes. And we found ourselves pretty interested in both of them and the work that they've done in the paranormal field in general. Now, what is the big deal with the Warrens? Why does everybody and their mom talk about them?
They're at every case. They're always popping up.
It's
like the Scooby-Doo gang.
They're up in everybody's business. Anything to do with anything spooky.
Ed and Lorraine.
They're there.
They're there.
So we're going to get into why they're so famous, why everyone talks about them, why there were so many Conjuring movies made about their cases that they've worked on. And don't worry, we are about to take you through all of it. So as per usual, you stay being the smartest person in the room.
Always, just like us.
Always. So we're going to give you the rundown on who the Warrens are, some of their most significant spooky cases, and the paranormal legacy that they have left behind. The reason, basically, why we are still talking about them. Yes, they are both
deceased. They have crossed over into the other world as well.
Yeah, which is fitting. Welcome to the other world, and they are helping us enter into this. Okay, anyways. Okay, who are they? Ed and Lorraine Warren were a couple from Connecticut that gained popularity and in turn fame for their investigation of the paranormal. Now, Ed and Lorraine met when they were young, around 16 or 17 years old. In 1945, Ed joined the Navy and was consequently deployed during World War II, during which he allegedly had a near-death experience when the ship that he was on sank into the North Atlantic. This is my thoughts on the situation. I do wonder if his near-death experience was a little spark for him getting into paranormal stuff. I know a lot of people talk about, like, they had a near-death experience and now they're, like...
curious about the other side.
Yes, or they know more, or they're, like, some people are more connected to God. Some people are more, like, I want to know more about paranormal. Like, I wonder if that had something to do with it. Now, early in their marriage, Ed took the artistic path of painting, and the two of them lived mostly off of selling his art pieces, which is kind of interesting for like the 50s.
Yeah,
he must have been pretty good if they were living off of his paintings alone. This was also the time that they started to visit allegedly haunted houses, which would become the inspiration for a number of Ed's paintings. It's unclear at what point in their lives or relationship that this happened, but Ed started researching demonology and soon became a self-taught, quote, demonologist. It's worth noting that both Ed and Lorraine were devout Catholics, and I've mentioned in past episodes, that Ed wasn't just some rando guy that decided to read about demons. This became his purpose in life, and he was extremely knowledgeable in the matter, so much so that he was recognized by the Vatican as a demonologist. So he was pretty high up there in terms of
practice,
and knowledgeability about demons and the paranormal. This wasn't the first taste of paranormal that Ed and Lorraine had in their lives, though. Ed had apparently grown up in a haunted house himself, including the little his near-death experience as being something else that, like, in his life got him into the paranormal. He claimed to have seen in his childhood home full apparitions when he was a young boy. And then parallel to this, Lorraine had claimed that as long as she can remember, she had clairvoyant and mediumship abilities. Even noting in some articles that when she was young, she would go to church to try to pray away her abilities. She was obviously frightened by what she was seeing and feeling all the time. Obviously, as like a young person or a child, not understanding what that was.
Terrifying.
Yeah. Now, by the early 50s, somehow, someway, this visiting of alleged haunted houses soon turned into the couples doing amateur paranormal investigations. This is like a well-known thing about the Warrens is that Ed would paint somebody's house and then they would offer the painting to the homeowner and then say, and by the way, we are psychic and a demonologist. Can we investigate your house?
What?
So that was kind of their in. Yeah, that was their way to get in. So yeah, that was kind of their little, I guess, how they started. It's an interesting, it's a little bit I do think that it's important to note that both Ed and Lorraine grew up and continued to be, throughout their lives, very, very devoutly Catholic, which I would say urged them to get into this stuff and basically trying to offer spiritual help or guidance, but from a paranormal aspect. However, they got into their little paranormal investigating, amateur investigations at the beginning by looking for houses in New England that I guess Lorraine would get a little
tingle or feeling.
Yes, like a little psychic vibe reading on. And then Ed would paint the house and they would gift the painting, like I said, to the people.
Did it say how long they would do this for? Like, would this be like a week ahead of time? Because if he's painting the house, I feel like that would take some time to do.
I don't know.
Interesting.
Or if it was like they're in the car
and he's painting.
And he's painting in the car and then they just go. I don't know how that was working, but they would give the painting and be like, hey, can we investigate your house?
Here you go. We just randomly painted this for you. Can we also come in?
Which I guess, like, in the 50s and 60s...
was a thing.
Was that common? I don't know. But, like, obviously people were going... There was a lot more door-to-door action happening back then, so...
It was Google Maps before Google Maps.
Yeah. It was... You don't put your house on Zillow. You get a man
to paint it.
Hand-painted your home... coming to your door asking to investigate your house.
Exactly.
And then they would kind of, I guess, give them like, well, it seems like there's X, Y, and Z in your house. This is what you need to do.
Like prescribe the illness and then the solution.
Exactly. So we also have to address the controversy surrounding Ed and Lorraine. There is a little bit of controversy around their marriage in general.
Oh.
Around Ed being in an alleged relationship with a minor.
Oh.
And then the biggest criticization of them being frauds.
Yeah.
So I'm putting this close to the beginning just so we can get it out of the way and so everybody's aware of what's going on.
We're all on the same page. We may know might be a little hankiness.
Yes. And I feel like this is a common theme for things happening. When you talk about people, like, I'm not calling them historic figures, but when you talk about people in history...
And in the 50s.
There's so much fucked up shit that was going on, and
always.
It's always gonna be there, and I'll get into it, but this is not, like, in defense or opposition of anybody. This is just, I'm just telling y'all, this is what's out there. This is what I found in my research. There's a lot of articles and information about all of those things, and while I would caution against blindly believing things that people talk about online, and especially things that have become like trendy to talk about. We always say to form your own opinions on this stuff, though there is a lot of evidence of them profiting a lot off of all of these investigations and cases and selling a lot of things like books and classes.
Sorry, not Ed and Lorraine t-shirts. In the 50s.
In the 50s. Well, I read something, and it was on Reddit, and it was a woman who said in the 70s when she saw an ad that Ed and Lorraine posted in the newspaper saying that they're offering, like, I don't know if it was like some sort of a class or like a guide or a manual, something to do with paranormal, and that she ordered it and nothing ever came.
Oh.
So there are some instances of people kind of getting scammed by what was going on. With that being said, we also have to point out that although there are some people who take advantage of the sensationalization. This was a huge word, and while I was typing it, I was like, I don't know if this is a word, but...
I don't know if this is right.
Of the paranormal, and there are, like, in every facet in society, people who fake things to garner attention or money or whatever. There are also going to be the opposite side, where people are truly trying to help within the paranormal realm. So I think being pessimistic is also not a good thing to have, but you have to look at what is going on and all of the evidence of what's happening and the facts of what's happening to trust or believe somebody. I think that's all we can do as human beings. We can neither confirm nor deny whether these people, the couple, Ed and Lorraine, are fake or real, or if they did scam people. I mean, like, okay, maybe the newspaper thing was a little scammy, and I don't know, it was also like the 70s, so I personally have was not alive in the 70s.
No idea.
So I can't speak to the way the things were obviously different then than they are now. I'm talking in terms of like how the newspaper worked, how media worked, how shipping a book to somebody may have been different than it is now. All of those things considered. Basically, the only thing that you can really do is keep an open mind and not fully and totally accept one way or another solidly, I would say, and leave room for skepticism and room to change your mind when you have more information. I think that's an important thing. There was also the main controversy, I guess, with Ed and this relationship with somebody who was a minor. It's like pretty icky when you like get into the details of it, but
was it when they were married or was it before?
It was while they were married, and people said that Lorraine was aware of it, and basically it was, okay, this is gonna be maybe a little bit of a trigger warning, because this is like actually a serious thing, and it does happen, and it has happened, but the consensus was that Ed and Lorraine were like 30 or like 35. Ed had a relationship with a 15-year-old girl, which is disgusting. And allegedly Lorraine knew about this relationship, and allegedly the young girl got pregnant, and allegedly Lorraine told her to get an abortion. I don't know, it was like a
wow.
Also allegedly it was going on for years, and Lorraine was aware of it and whatever. The general like conversation around that whole thing is that it's 100% that it happened, and that this woman came out and she said that this is what happened. But I also read people saying that it didn't come from the victim of the situation. It actually came from an ex-producer on one of the Conjuring films who created some narrative to like get back at whatever. So I'm just putting that out there. I'm also gonna say that we like our stance on things is always like believing women first. This is just the information that I found,
and that's out there.
So that's what we're saying, and that's all I'm gonna say about that. There's also a little bit of like alleged I'm gonna say it's gossip, because all of this stuff is like it can't be verified, and also now they're both, spoiler alert, they're both dead, so we can't get like, unless someone wants to whip out a Ouija and start talking to Lorraine. I don't think that we're going to be getting
100
verified information from them. It was after Ed passed away. It was like while the Conjuring stuff was happening. So all of it is just a little bit like, it's a strange timing. Yes, it's just all, I'm not saying it's not true. Things like that were happening so much, and they still are happening, by the way. But it was a lot more normalized back then than it is now, when we're actually like, hey, being with somebody who's like a significant amount younger than you, not a great idea, especially when they're a child.
Legally
let's maybe think this through, because you're gross. So, and we hate men. So, okay, I'm just putting all of the information about them
out there.
And this is why people don't trust them. And as most relationships, I would assume in the 50s, Lorraine was a little more out of control of the relationship.
Submissive.
Yeah. In the politest way possible. So they were also, I'll say it for the 20th time, devout Catholic. So divorce was not an option. And you know how Catholics are like, anything that's wrong doesn't exist. So, so there's that. That's pretty much all there is to it. Now, let's get into it. Like most investigators, the Warrens started off small, like I said, with their knocking on doors, giving the painting.
The local
like,
investigation.
Hey, I think your house is haunted. Let me investigate, and here is some holy water, and you can fix it.
The first door-to-door salesman getting
into the house. It's the Warrens.
Craziness.
So in some ways, they were innovative.
Innovation. Take lessons, door-to-door salesman.
That's how you get in.
Paint a house.
Exactly. So they were starting with smaller investigations, amateur investigations. In 1952? Yeah, because they met in the 40s, so
they're just going.
They've been around. So in 1952, they founded an organization called the New England Society for Psychic Research, with the purpose of documenting, researching, and providing assistance with demonic situations and spiritual hauntings. This organization allowed them to create a crew of investigators. I couldn't find the names of the early members of the group, but they would have sort of a film crew with them to document investigations, a few other researchers, and I think that most of the people were students, like younger people who were volunteering or interested in
Did they say how many people? No.
I tried to look and I tried to find
more details.
Even like what their positions were, but the organization's purpose was basically to get information about paranormal, anything to do with the paranormal. They would also give lectures at local colleges about the paranormal and demonology, often giving religious background and solutions to some of the potential paranormal incidents. They would also put out listings in the papers, basically marketing their services. Like, hey, we're experts in this field. If you have weird stuff going on in your house, let us come. This was how they got a lot of their first investigations, by like in the papers, before they became a well-known source. Well-known household name in the region. Now, obviously, they had to sift through the claims and reports that were either found to be not actually paranormal hauntings or people trying to get attention, as they do. But this is where I'll say we have to be like a little bit skeptical of these things, because there's for sure people faking that stuff and
trying to just get famous, yeah.
While I'm sure that the Warrens probably took advantage of some situations, I'm sure there were some other people on the other side who were also taking advantage of the situation. So,
yep,
that's also a thing. By the height of their career, okay? This was by the late 60s to early 70s. This is when the Warrens blew up. They were gaining popularity and credibility for their cases and their research. In 1968, this was when everything changed. A nursing student named Donna sought out the Warrens, whether this was through newspaper ads, whatever. Okay, I will say this because I've watched all the Conjuring movies. Don't worry, I got you.
Thank you.
I'll let you know all of the info.
Taking one for the team.
In the movie, they portray it as this nurse goes to one of the lectures at her local college and sees the Warrens. And then she's like, oh shit, I got some news for you guys. And Donna has the claim of being terrorized by a haunted doll. And yes, this was the infamous Annabelle case. The Annabelle case basically kick-started their career. So the Annabelle case was regarded as their biggest and most explosive case in terms of both the gravity of the demonic activity and the attachment, and then with how widely received the case became. People were very interested in what was going on. This was basically the spark that made their researching and investigations take off way outside of just the local small New England communities. So this was now...
it's going
across the country.
Across the pond.
And across the pond. This led to them investigating cases all over the world for a number of years, as well as writing a book, well actually multiple books, and gaining huge popularity in the paranormal community and among believers. Some people think this is also when they began to kind of take advantage of some of the families that asked them for help, as well as the fans and people who were supporters of them. That's what I mean about the little, like the newspaper listings and stuff, or like their, I'm calling it merch, but whatever they were selling.
Yeah, all their content, like their books and
then it was kind of, yeah, it was kind
how-tos.
of, they were gaining popularity off the backs of these families that they were saying that they were helping, and whether or not they actually helped them is also another conversation. Now that's all a little bit much, but now we're getting into the spooky stuff.
The goods, the hype.
The good goods. Ooh, the actual cases that haunted the Warrens, okay? The famous cases of the Warrens have been extremely sensationalized, especially because of the Conjuring movies, which we will get into in a second, as well as the rise of true crime and paranormal media, especially in recent years. Like, I would say I'm kind of splitting these into different things because, like, horror, okay, has been, like, since the 80s, right, has been, like, a huge media
big
genre.
Yes. All of the stabby movies.
Yes. But paranormal, like, really, like, ghost
investigation,
creepy stuff, things like this, I think, in my perspective, at my young age, I think that it's been starting to grow in popularity over the last, like, 30 years, I'll say, because we're 2026 now.
Yeah, I would say it was, like, popped off in the 90s.
Yeah, so...
as technology develops.
Yes, and now things are more accessible, and people are posting videos and pictures and stories and things like...
sharing.
Yes. A lot of people have covered the Warrens' most popular cases, including us. We do have a couple of Conjuring episodes. Yeah. I think we've got, like, 3 or 4. So, go check those out. And people have given their own researched info and formed opinions, as have we. But a lot of information that we have, regardless of how hard we research or try our best to find the factual records. It's clouded a lot because of the movies and because of Hollywood, the Hollywoodification, if you will, of these stories and cases. And because of that, a lot of the information is just not 100% correct as to how it really happened. Some of the most famous cases like Annabelle, the Perrin family, the Smurl family, the Enfield case, Arnie Johnson, Devil Made Me Do It case.
Some of these are sounding familiar, Sarah.
Most of which we have covered. They're all of the super scary, dramatically paranormal cases that hit the big screens that most people will probably have heard of, but there are also some other lesser known cases that are equally as disturbing. So one of their very creepy cases that we actually have touched on, I think that it was in our Halloween episode. We did a lot of stories in that episode, and this was one of them.
And shocker, the Warrens popped up again.
They popped up. And that one was kind of crazy because I picked that story because of the place, and I had no idea about the Warrens until I started researching it.
Yeah.
So see, they're popping up everywhere. This was the one where they were investigating a haunting at the Union Cemetery in Connecticut, where they investigated and they allegedly filmed an apparition of a white lady, woman in white. The case ended in the couple being stalked by a phantom black car that tried to run them off the road, and that was just one instance, okay? Another crazy case of theirs that doesn't get a lot of attention is the case of the demon werewolf.
Werewolves of London.
This one happened near London, England in the 1970s. They believed a young boy was possessed by a demon that caused him to have violent seizures, sometimes act like a wolf, and display superhuman strength.
Oh my goodness.
There were a number of reports of his episodes in which he would become violent and attack people. All of this began at the age of 9 and progressed well into his adulthood. And the Warrens' solution for this was to have the man sent to Connecticut for an exorcism, which reportedly helped him, and no other incidents were reported following the exorcism.
Why an American exorcism helped him instead of a English exorcism?
They don't have Catholics in England. I'm pretty sure they do, but
the home.
I don't know, dude. This is also an interesting case because a lot of people, in a lot of instances with like the possession stuff, mental illness things is also it's also part of the conversation.
Yep.
And especially in those times, mental health was not really looked at, and like how do I like mental processes, does that make sense? Like things that can affect you mentally were not studied a lot. Not enough, and not in the right ways either. So I think that in a lot of cases that a lot of people chalked up to being like some paranormal interference, it's actually like we talked about before, if a baby had autism, which it was actually witches or fairies took it, or right. So they didn't really have the medical critical thinking skills for that stuff. Also just putting that out there.
The science wasn't there to back it up.
No. So that's also something to consider when we talk about these cases as well. Another case was the Schnedeker house. In 1986, this was a case in Connecticut involving a former funeral home, which inspired The Haunting in Connecticut, in which a family was experiencing poltergeist activity and their young son, who was going through chemotherapy, seemed to be a target of demonic influence.
Why?
Again, the Warrens suggested an exorcism, and that apparently put a stop to all of the activity, but the family also moved out of that house. So.
There's the solution.
There's also, another case investigating the Borley Rectory. I won't give away too much for this one because we are going to cover this in this season, but I will say that there is a very interesting history about the church and a lot of photographic evidence for that one. So those are just a few of the cases that they've investigated. They've investigated thousands of places and documented most of them. A little last note about their cases. It seemed like Ed and Lorraine didn't really help in these cases.
They were just there?
Well, they gave resources and investigated, but they themselves didn't or couldn't get rid of the activity, and I do think that's a large reason why people think they were frauds. However, and that is all caps, however, I will defend not them, but this one little thing. They were investigators. While Lorraine did have medium abilities, or she was sensitive, and Ed was a demonologist, so he had a lot of knowledge on the topic. All this means is that the both of them had the knowledge to identify what was happening spiritually and paranormally. This didn't mean that they could actually get rid of what was happening.
Yeah, they weren't claiming that they would fix everything. Were they?
So I don't know if that was what they were trying to help people, allegedly. I don't know. But the whole basis of everything they were doing was research. So it wasn't necessarily...
It was to learn more.
They didn't have the tools to really help. They were just kind of poking at things, if that makes sense.
That makes sense.
Now, we have to get into the Haunted Museum. I think that this is probably the most famous aspect of the Warrens that have to do with the Warrens is their Haunted Museum.
Yeah.
If we're talking about the cases that haunted the Warrens, we have to talk about the items that haunted them too. And let me explain that. Over the decades and thousands of cases that the Warrens worked on, they seem to have collected a rare assembly of items from some of the worst cases that they ever covered.
They're paranormal hoarders.
Like literally, yes. If you saw, like, genuinely,
the museum is a paranormal hoarder.
One thing that I want to say is, while trying to research their cases, they do have a website, the New England Society of whatever. I think that I don't know if it's still
psychic research,
still run by their son-in-law, or if it was handed off to I don't know. But the only cases on there that are available are the ones that are like
the big ones,
and the ones that I talked about, like the werewolf one, whatever those ones, the Bordley Rectory, like those ones are on their website.
But they're little ones.
They have thousands of cases. Like, they have so much content. They have so much, like, information, records.
Why did they only post a few, do you think? Just because of popularity or, like, the fraud claims, you think?
I think it's the popularity. I think it's the movies. I think it's media focusing on these are, like, the dramatic stories, like, the sensational stories. But they have so much, like, everything that has to do with them, everyone who talks about them, they were constantly, like, writing things. They had journals. They had research papers. They had, like, documenting things. The amount of stuff, film, pictures that they have, like recordings that they have, but it's all #locked away.
Closed up, locked up, Pentagon.
Yes. I do think that I read somewhere on Reddit, somebody was like, I don't know, a friend of a friend, my mom's friend's brother's aunts, uncles, cousins, neighbor was friends with the Warrens, or somehow got photos that they had, and they're like real like Polaroid photos, and they're like, we're not allowed to show them, like, we've been asked not to, but we have some, and they're like real, like they're investigation photos.
Why won't they show them? Just cuz?
I don't know.
Who said don't share them?
I don't know, but I think whether or not people, even if there is like this huge controversy with them and a lot of people think that they're frauds, like, I think you should just release the files, but like the Ed and Lorraine Warren files.
Release the Epstein files. I mean,
well, release all the files, like,
just share the data.
Both, I think. You just give everything, like, show all of it, and you can let people sift through all of these, all the information, the journal entries, the research, like all of this stuff, pictures, like,
form your own opinions with
and then people can say, this is fake, this is real, I believe this, I don't believe this, whatever. I think when you just put all of it out there, it will find the people it needs to find,
and the truth will come out.
And also in a selfish way, I want to see all of the pictures, I want to see videos, I want to hear stuff, like,
I want to see
I want to read Lorraine's journals, I want to know,
cool.
like, I'm nosy and I want to know.
That would be really cool.
That would be great.
And I'm surprised that they haven't even, like, released small little bits of it.
I've seen a couple of not really good ones, and don't ever watch these, but there's a couple old videos of their conferences or seminars that they would do, and there's one where there's like a guy who is like very evidently there's some demonic stuff going on with him. It's really hard to watch. I couldn't watch the whole thing. I couldn't listen to it because the audio is like very scary. But there's videos of them doing their like lectures and stuff, and talk, and like in the room with people, like there's stuff happening and them praying over, like there's so much. This is what I mean by content. Like, there's stuff, there's a lot,
media, facts, data.
Yeah. And I want to see all of it, so.
For the two of us.
Like, literally, even if I can't, like, I just want to see it. I really do. Like, if we could, obviously in the ideal world, they would release everything that they have ever had and just give all of it.
Area 51 no longer a secret.
And yeah, like, literally unlocking Pandora's box. And ideally we would be able to, all of us, see it and read all of it and whatever. But hey, if somebody just wants to send it to us,
we will be the ones. We'll take, mostly Sarah will take the hit for the team.
I will take one for the team.
She
and
volunteers as our tribute.
I would love to go through books. I would love to upload journal entries. I would love to, like, all of the stuff from back then. It's all like hand, right? It's like, well, okay, maybe they had typewriters and stuff, right?
Yeah, but I would have bet they did.
But like journals and stuff, like, and like digitizing everything. Hey, I volunteer as tribute.
We got it.
And
guys.
I would happily be a part of the team who would go through all of their stuff and offer it to the public.
And then offload it. New England Society of
me looking through the Warren stuff.
Thingies.
Hey.
We got a proposal. We figured it out for you guys.
Yes. So you're welcome. Okay, the whole point of that is to say that they have so much information from the, and it's first-hand information accounts, experiments, investigations, research. They have so much. A lot of the items that they've taken from cases and little investigations and visiting places, and they're either haunted or cursed or have a demonic attachment to them.
I don't think I actually want to go here.
Yeah, I'm not sure that no, I do, but you can stand outside and I will wave to you from the window.
Okay. And I'll have Sage around me constantly. I'll just keep the circle that I'm in.
Good idea. So, in good faith, the Warrens took these items from the homes and the locations of the hauntings that they investigated to help the people to get rid of whatever was plaguing them.
They said, we'll take this off your hands for you.
Yes, basically promising to keep
the bad away.
The things safe, or to keep people safe from the things.
Good intention.
Yes.
In theory.
Now, while they were alive, Ed and Lorraine would have a priest come to bless the museum once a day to basically keep everything at bay. Whatever negative stuff is attached to all of this, you guys do your thing in this room.
Keep it in this room. And
keep it chill. Everybody keep it cute, okay? Now you may be wondering, hey, this is a museum, ? Where people visit it, ? And the answer is yes. So they took all of these items and they locked them in a room in their home, their family home, the home that they lived in for like 50 years, where they raised their child, yes. And they would have a priest come and bless it frequently.
Every day.
When they passed away.
Who did that? Who was coming?
I think initially it was their daughter and her husband, but then the daughter was kind of like, hey, I've seen way too many things in my life, so I don't really want to be involved in this. But her husband took over a lot of the things in the Warrens.
Ed and Lauren V2.
House. Well,
I'm trying not to be, but
they don't really want to be, but
what a thing to inherit. Thanks. A bunch of haunted.
Well, not just
possessed.
Not just that. It's like all of their records, the house itself. Yeah, the haunted items, like all of this, like all of their lives, their whole lives. Yeah.
Wow.
Thanks. So I believe it was after Ed had passed. Lorraine had kind of retired from investigating. This was kind of around the time of the Conjuring movies coming out, and she was kind of still in the public eye, I guess, but not doing actual like active investigations. Their son-in-law had encouraged Lorraine to share with the world their cases. So he really helped to facilitate putting out their things into the public, like getting even more attention and money from all of these things. So he opened up the museum to the public. So he made this room into like a place that you can walk around. It's like a room. Like well, it's probably bigger than this, but it's just, you do one loop.
Actually crazy.
Yeah. Now, in order to even enter the museum, you had to have their on-call priest to bless you before going in and after coming out. They were also very strictly warned, if you're going into the museum, do not touch anything and do not taunt anything.
I don't want to go in. Like, why are people going in? Why do you want to go in anymore?
I want to go in. But I'll take one for the team and go in by myself.
I'll watch the grounds. I'll look out for anything suspicious.
Yeah. I got you from way back here.
I'll be over here. I got your back. I'll make sure nothing gets you from over here. Yep.
This was largely made common knowledge because of the Annabelle doll. So this is, like I said before, their largest, most mainstream, widely known case was the Annabelle case. So it was real, and that like really, really did happen. Potentially in the future we could cover an episode on that. It's a little dark, it's a little creepy, but And the Warrens have the IRL, the real life,
The bitch.
Raggedy Ann Annabelle doll, which is housed in a wooden box with a sign that says, "Positively do not open."
Positively burn. Burn it. Burn it!
You can't get rid of it. It won't let you get rid of it. So instead of doing that, they just have to like
put it in a box.
Honestly, basically just like appease whatever's going on, and literally like, you do what you're doing over there, don't talk to anybody, nobody talk to it, and we're all good. Well, as you can imagine, there are many, many, many people who don't believe in the spiritual world or paranormal things, and so there are a number of instances when visitors would disregard the warnings and taunt Annabelle or touch the haunted items or provoke the general entities in the space.
That's what I was worried about.
Yeah.
Because I don't think the pre and post priest blessing after is gonna help you if you really piss off one of these things in there, because they're the bad ones.
Basically what the priest is like in hopes to do is by blessing you is to basically not have an attachment onto you, but I don't know. If you don't believe in that stuff, then
yeah, how is it gonna work?
Yeah. So whenever I think about things like that, like people's belief systems and whatever, to each their own, you believe in whatever you want to believe in, obviously. But there's a scene that I always think about from Pirates of the Caribbean.
I love those movies.
Follow me, just like sit with me.
Which one are you talking about?
I think it's is it called The Curse of the Black Pearl?
Yeah, the first one.
Where he's talking to the Calypso, I think is her name. Yeah. And she's a witch, right? She's like a sea witch. And she gives him this box. And he's like, what the fuck am I supposed to do with this? And he's like, how is this going to help me? And she says, if you don't want it, give it back. And he said, no, I'll keep it. She said, then it will help. So if you are not accepting of the things, then they're not going to affect you. I think it's the same thing as like, you don't believe in ghosts, probably never going to see one because you're not opening yourself up to that.
Yeah.
You have something blocked. So
you have a veil over your eyes protecting you from seeing it.
Yes. So I think in the same way,
spiderway.
I don't think that it is harmful. Like if a priest blesses you, I don't think it's not gonna kill you. Like you'll be fine. Like you will be fine.
Burn.
You're not gonna burn up. Like, well, hopefully. Well, in some cases,
red flag if you do.
It depends on who you are, but I think it can only help. Like, do you know what I mean? It won't hinder anything. But
sorry guys, it's an extra little pat.
But I also think that like the more that you are, how deeply you believe in it is a different thing, but if you're accepting of it and open to it, then the more it will help you. But if you are like completely skeptical and cynical in the way that you are like, I don't believe in this at all, I think you open yourself to something else. Anyways, that's just my opinion. So all of those, the taunting and the poking and the touching things after they said, do not fucking touch this.
Positively, do not touch me.
Spooky things happened. The most famous of the incidents that have happened was when a man challenged the Annabelle doll to scratch him or to show itself.
Why?
And he was asked to leave because that is against the rules. And they're like, hey, so just because you don't believe in it doesn't mean that it's not gonna affect you.
Doesn't mean you can just do it. Oh my goodness.
Later, and from some of the articles, it said it was within the same day, he got into a motorcycle accident and he sadly passed away. Oh. So a lot of people link that to him messing with the paranormal stuff and then proceeding to get into an accident. Now, for sure believe that can affect you.
I think they're connected.
I also think if you ride a motorcycle, it's like you have like a 98% chance of crashing. That's like the statistic is like ridiculous. So you also
had a higher chance of also just crashing.
Of also just you put yourself in two bad positions.
Double whammied yourself.
So I'm sorry.
On the same day.
Yes. And that's sad. Like obviously he passed away. He should that's sad. And we're not blaming. This is like, I hope that this doesn't sound like victim blaming. I'm just saying they use this also as kind of a cautionary tale of like, this is something very extreme that can happen if you do this, if you don't like
respect it,
heed the warnings that we're telling you.
Even if you don't believe it, just be a little respectful.
Yes, I think that's also a good like
life lesson.
Yes. Just because you don't believe it doesn't mean you have to like be rude about it.
Crazy.
I think so. Some other strange incidents also are claimed to have happened to visitors who disrespected the items in the museum, like car accidents happening or losing your job after visiting or getting a mysterious illness. Some of these things obviously cannot be verified, but they are used as warnings against touching or mocking the items or the stories connected to the items.
I mean, it feels like even if it's not real, it makes sense as to why they have to like kind of come up with stories like this to actually for people not to do it.
Yes,
right?
like children, you have to scare them
to not do
something because they won't listen to just, hey, please don't do this. Big bold font.
Danger.
Do not.
Danger.
And people still will ignore it. Yep. So I didn't find any specific stories or reports of people leaving with their own hauntings or anything attached to them after leaving the occult museum. Mm-hmm. However, there are some talks or rumors that some people have experienced paranormal activity at their own homes, specifically after interacting with the Annabelle doll.
You weren't supposed to interact with it. That was the problem.
I think there's a lot of haunted items in the world, and you know how I'm into the spooky stuff, but like respectfully, out of the utmost respect, I would like to stay away, and I don't really want to interact with you.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Like I said, you do your thing over there, I'll do my thing over here.
We'll keep our distance, and
we don't even need to really acknowledge each other. We're just
yes, yep,
yeah,
100%.
And we're good, and I'm content with that.
Good living,
and that's great. I do think that if there are entities attached to these items, or if the items themselves are cursed, that the priest blessing you in and out of the museum and having the house or room itself blessed every day can help. Now, I'm sure there are other less religious reasons why, and maybe even a skeptical reason why, being that the items are simply not haunted, but I guess that we will never know if that's true or not. Basically about why people are not having experiences outside of the museum, yes. So either it is that whoever the priest, their on-call priest is blessing them and it's working, or the things are not actually haunted. But I don't know, and I'm being respectful, and in the case that they are all have demonic attachments or gonna curse you. So I also think, this is just my opinion, okay? that a bunch of people going into the same place with fear or with the expectation that something scary will happen to them. Either they attract that energy or they manifest it themselves by focusing on it. And we do have a case coming up that we're going to in-depthly talk about this kind of thing, how powerful the human mind is.
She's strong, baby. She's very
strong.
And I think we've also said it before, what you put out, you get back.
Yes.
With anything in life. So
and things that you focus on, you're gonna see more of those things. That's like in the simplest terms. Okay, so now I'm going to talk about some of the items.
Give me a list, because I'm intrigued to know.
This is kind of my favorite part, because it's like a legitimate, tangible thing, itemized. And there's a story attached to it. Mm-hmm. So I think this is really cool. I also love museums. I love history. Like, we both do. That's antiquing. Hey, we're there.
We're addicts.
100% of the time we're there.
It's a little dangerous.
Yes. We haven't gotten anything haunted, and I feel blessed. Because the amount of... Don't even... Look at, like, the weird shit that I get. Like,
honestly, true, though. Because, like, I have this weird soap dish, too, that it's, like, very old.
Yeah.
And that's the things that we're drawn to. Like, the old, unique really old, things that definitely could be haunted.
Yeah, but they're not. Like, I haven't had anything... All of my, like, little weird, like...
Yeah, all those, your trinkets.
My little glass, like, dishes that I get. I have so many of those. And I'm like, maybe I should be a little more careful.
It's like those, like, antiquers that accidentally buy, like, somebody's grandma's urn.
Yeah.
And it's like,
and
what is this,
like a cute
vase?
Vase.
They're like, oh, this is so nice. It's a cute little decorative vase. No.
There's a
dead person
There's a dead person inside.
List me the items,
Those are our antique items, but these items are actually got something going on with them.
Keep them away. Keep them away, but give me a list.
So, first is the Annabelle doll, of course. Mm-hmm. Okay, she's the most iconic item. Mm-hmm. Also thought to be the most haunted and the most negatively haunted item. Yeah. The doll is believed to have a severe demonic attachment that is very active and very vengeful. It is said to bring misfortune, hauntings, and even death upon those that possess it or mock it. So who owns the doll will have bad things. Who mocks the doll will have bad things. Who kind of interacts with it. So it's best to maybe...
just respect it. Leave it be.
Well, the Annabelle doll went on tour, remember, last year, like in the fall or something.
Why? What? I don't remember that.
Oh.
And then that's not what my Instagram feed had on it.
Your feed is different. Your feed is different than mine.
Our algorithms
much different than mine.
Are a little bit different, Miss Girl.
She like, I don't know who it was. I don't know why they were doing this, but they took items like on tour, like to different places, and they took like, I don't know
why
for what reason.
Just to taunt. So
they took Annabelle on tour, and then allegedly she went missing for like a week. Come to find out though, like there was a little more information, and I think that they did that to get attention, because
as a media spectacle.
I don't think that how do you lose the most haunted doll in America?
How do you take the bitch out of the freaking case that says positively do not touch?
Yeah, why are we touching her? Now she's going on a world tour.
Put her away!
I have some updates about the museum, which I'll tell you in a little bit, but I don't really know the status of Annabelle at the moment. I don't know where she is, what she's doing. Oh my gosh,
the doll's out and about.
She could still be on her grand tour. Well, she's the most haunted item. Another extremely, extremely haunted item is the Devil's Rocking Chair. This item was said to have belonged to a man who made a deal with the devil in exchange for wealth and power. Oh. And they say that the rocking chair rocks on its own and sometimes emits a mysterious foul odor. Anyone who sits in it is said to be cursed with bad luck. I feel like I understand why, but also I don't know why. There's like a lot of people, it's like more common than you think for people to like make a deal with like
Satan?
Yeah, like something dark to like...
Why?
Well, people are kind of greedy, I think. That's like part of the human condition.
The sin.
Yeah. So
that's just Satan, actually.
It is, and you don't need to do that.
We don't have to. We can do other things.
There's so many other things you can do.
We can do so many.
Promise.
There's so many better things.
I literally promise. There's so many other things you can do before you do that.
Yeah.
Okay, the next one is the Shadow Doll. This one is a little bit more famous as well.
I don't think I've heard of it.
The doll... This doll is said to hold the shadow of a witch who was burned at the stake during the Salem witch trials. In brackets, this isn't true.
Obviously, because
if you listened to our coverage of the Salem witch trials, we will tell you many, many a times nobody was burned in Salem. In fact, nobody was burned in the United States or in Canada because we didn't burn witches, we hung them.
Yeah, we just hung them out for display.
Yes, but in Europe they burned people.
Yeah.
So
get your geography right.
We're just saying that. There's also a trend going around that's like, me and my best friend, we were burned together at the stake in 1692 or whenever, the witch trials, the Salem trials, and every time I see them, I'm like, but they didn't burn people in the Salem witch trials.
I know, it loses the funniness of it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, that's
it's
us.
Just, but it's not true.
That's not actually what happened.
It's not an accurate, historically accurate statement. So this doll, the Warrens got it from an occult shop. I don't know where this was. I don't know when they got it, but they did. They were told that it has been known to cause incidents to people who look the doll in the eyes, and was made with the intention to cause harm. Like somebody handcrafted this thing with ill intentions. Some people say that it comes to you in a dream and attacks you.
No, thank you.
And here's a little mini Reddit reads, because I found this story of somebody who said that they had seen a photo of this shadow doll and for some reason couldn't stop looking it in the eyes, and then proceeded to have a dream about the doll at night where they felt themselves being pushed, like physically pushed in their dream, and it was like a really creepy thing, and the doll was in the dream, and it was like it was a whole thing. So
I'm not even looking up a picture now.
Could be something true to that, but unfortunately the Salem witch stuff was like not.
That's not true
at all. It's a fun story, I guess, but it's also not. It's not true. The next item is the Conjure Chest. This has nothing to do with The Conjuring, by the way, but it is called the Conjure Chest. Now, this chest is said to have been used by a voodoo priestess to curse people. This is not verified.
Okay.
How could one verify this? I don't know. This is just
I was there.
This is like... I was there and I saw her do it.
And I saw her use it, obviously.
So this chest contains a bunch of ritual items like animal bones and herbs, and it can apparently curse whoever opens it. So that's also positively do not open.
Another sign printed.
The next item is the haunted piano. Now, Ed Warren had apparently received this piano from the house of a priest who had passed away, and when he took the piano home, he would hear it playing on its own in the next room, and then it would immediately stop every time he would check on it. So when he left the room, it would play, but as soon as he got into the room, it would stop. He eventually had the piano blessed, and the activity stopped.
So he wrecked it. So it's not haunted anymore. So now
It's just a piano.
So now it's just a piano.
Yeah.
That seems like
true.
a scam.
Interesting. It used to be a haunted piano, but now it's
just a regular piano. Cool.
Next, we have the vampire coffins. This one is a little bit weird because there really isn't any information on where these guys came from or what they do, what is their purpose. But the Warrens put these coffin things in the museum for a reason, so I don't know. Allegedly, they're vampire coffins. That's all I could find on them.
Wood, metal.
Wood.
Could they have made them themselves?
Well...
Could Ed have been doing crafts?
He was a carpenter. Plot twist.
Plot twist. He was a painter and a carpenter. He was Jesus. He was Jesus. Just
we
kidding.
solved it.
Figured it out.
So, I don't know. I couldn't find any other information that was, like, even a little bit could be true, so...
I feel like some of these items are kind of hinky.
I'm getting agree with you.
A hinky feeling.
Unless...
The doll?
Well, yes. There's more information in their documents that we don't have access to, but if we had access to them, then we could verify where they got these things from and what the story is behind them. So I'm just putting that out there. If anyone wants to somehow get those things to us,
let us know.
Let us know.
The email is teatalestalks@gmail.com. Yes, just send them to that. Thank you.
And now this one is kind of cool. Well, cool in a bad way, but cool. It's a string of pearls necklace that came from a woman who claims that they tried to kill her. The necklace allegedly choked her when she put it on, and people had to physically rip it off of her to save her.
Wait, okay, but it's still together?
I guess they put it back together. Okay. They have a note that warns to, like, really don't touch this item because it may curse you. That's really all that there is to that story, but... Next one, this is the last. It's not the last one. There's thousands of items, but this is, I can't name all of them.
On our list.
Yes, I couldn't possibly name all of them.
We'd be here for 2 more hours, guys.
It's the Conjuring mirror. Again, it has nothing to do with the Conjuring movie. Contrary to popular belief, because I think that they do have it in the Conjuring movie, and in the movie they take the Conjuring mirror to the home, but the Conjuring mirror has nothing to do with the Conjuring movies. Those cases, it has nothing to do with those cases at all. In fact, we have talked about this one before. Also in the Halloween episode. Mm-hmm. Funny how that happens. Two stories that the Warrens were involved in, and again, not on purpose. So
they just pop up.
They just pop up everywhere. That mirror, we talked about it. A man used this mirror for like a year to conjure spirits and to see the future and to try to do bad things to people that he thought were his enemies. However, he ended up haunting himself in the process.
Yeah, he fucked himself over.
Like, quite badly. And then the Warrens took the mirror and they're like,
we'll just take this away from you. You just don't need this.
Buddy, you shouldn't be doing this. Now we have to take it away.
Yeah, no. Mom and Dad took his toy away.
These are just some of the items in the occult museum, and there are thousands more, like I said, that hold similar stories or curses to them. Now we get into the Conjuring movies.
Bum, 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 bum.
Bum, bum, bum. I'm going to talk a little bit about the Conjuring universe and go through some of the good and bad aspects of the Hollywoodification of the Warrens cases. Mm-hmm. First, I want to start off with the good stuff, okay? The movies in of themselves are very good, okay? Cinematically, they're good. Content-wise, they're pretty good. Like, the actors, great.
I cannot confirm nor deny any of this, so we'll just be taking Sarah's.
Take my word for it, they're pretty good. They're very well done and they're scary, okay? They're good, scary movies because they're scary, okay?
They've hit the mark.
And I think it's great that being based on true stories, the original Conjuring movies actually had Lorraine Warren working with the producers and the writers.
Yeah, that's good.
To be like, this actually happened, no, this didn't happen, let's keep this in. I wish that they did that for more of the, like, based on a true story. Like, I don't really love the, like, this is my interpretation of somebody else's story.
Based on, yeah, it's always interesting when you see based on true stories, because it's like, is it actually like just kind of like a concept that was derived from a true story, or is it actually like retelling what happened?
It's basically so that the makers of the film can kind of cover their butts in the copyright sense to be like, okay, yeah, we took the idea from something that happened. So it's also for scary movies, it's like a, oh my god, based on a true story, this is exactly what happened. But then it's like, no, actually, probably 1/8 of this actually happened. So Lorraine helped with the first 3 movies of the Conjuring movies, which is kind of cool. Say what you want about any of this stuff, I think it's great. I think it's a great privilege to have somebody on set who the movie is actually about. Because too often stories are taken and ran with without the knowledge or approval of the person or people the movie is about. So ideally, in an ideal world, we would have more of that. Mm-hmm. The other good thing about the Conjuring movies is the fictional Ed and Lorraine Warren, played by Patrick Wilson and Vera Farmiga. They are a wonderful couple in the movies. Romantic chemistry, love, devotion, like
a good depiction,
charismatic. They're both hot. Like, I don't know what's going on with them, but the chemistry that they have is ridiculous, and the love between their characters is shown very amazingly, which maybe doesn't translate so well in real life. It's maybe not the truest part
of the story.
No, but I think that that's an agreed upon point of the films, that like their characters are really good together. Also, maybe Lorraine gave them her idealized summary of their marriage.
Yeah, let's leave out the 15-year-old girl.
Yeah. Who knows, whatever's going on with them. The 2 actors played that shit out of that couple, and yep. I'll say that. But of course, like all movies, things were definitely hyped up and exaggerated for shock value and the scariness of it all. Mm-hmm. Some of the incorrect things about the movies, okay? The major one is that Ed and Lorraine did not conduct exorcisms. I've said this so many times before. They would never, and they did never, ever do an exorcism by themselves.
Never, ever, ever.
No. They were, for the millionth time, they were devout Catholic, and so they believed that exorcisms could only be done by a certified priest. And yeah. By the way, exorcisms can't really be done by just any priest. Like, you have to go to classes to be able to do
There's
this.
A course. You gotta get certified. You need. It's a whole thing.
Mm-hmm. While I did mention before, Ed was recognized by the Vatican. Mm-hmm. That doesn't mean that he was appointed to do exorcisms.
No.
In some cases, he could help doing them because he was like very, very religious and he had a lot of knowledge, so he knew how to support what was going on in the like spiritual sense, but he couldn't do them himself.
I was gonna say, wasn't he like a demonologist? Yes. So knows of demons, not how to get rid of them.
He wasn't qualified to get rid of them. He could help to like whatever make it better and do what he could do, but like he wasn't the religious figure to be doing that.
Exactly.
So whatever exorcisms happened in the film were unfortunately not real. The next misconception is kind of the biggest one that we talked about in our Conjuring episode. In the original Conjuring movie, there was no witch named Bathsheba Sherman. She wasn't a witch turned demonic spirit, okay? Bathsheba was the name of a neighbor in the early 1800s who was falsely identified by a medium, not Lorraine, just to specify, who had come to the house, and then the Conjuring movie ran with that name. They did a mile with that name, okay? They centered the film, basically the entire film, around a fake story of a witch. They took one, like, it's 1/16 of the entire case, and then they made the entire story around that, and it was not even it wasn't a true fact of the case.
This is like what we mean by when they say based on true story. And it's like, no.
You used the names in this story, but it didn't...
It wasn't actually happening.
No. The next one is the intensity of the hauntings. This is kind of a misconception. So in the films, they show very, very dramatic paranormal activity that's tormenting families. But in reality, a lot of the cases had small bursts of activity over long periods of time. Some even went years without anything happening, and others had very small occurrences happening often. Not to take away from the experiences of the families at all, but the movies show a lot of a more dramatic, huge sequence of paranormal events that didn't necessarily happen in that way or that close together. So they took all like the key experiences and made them as like, look, this happened in one weekend.
As dramatic as possible.
Yes. Next is that the Warrens successfully got rid of the evil spirits every time. That's a big misconception.
Shh, they didn't. They just pointed it out.
This is, unfortunately, not the case. In many of the investigations, they were either kicked out, they couldn't help, or they had a priest come in to finish the job. The Warrens themselves helped to identify what was going on, but couldn't really do a whole lot to get rid of it on their own.
Yep.
Some little more facts about the movies, little fun facts.
Weird.
Some people did experience weird, possible paranormal things on set while filming. I think this is true for most paranormal movies and media.
You're attracting the energy.
Mm-hmm. Vera Farmiga, she plays Lorraine Warren in the movies. She claimed that she found unexplained claw-like marks on her laptop on set one time. That's crazy.
I think we covered this in my movie set, the movie key.
Oh, maybe.
The literature one.
Maybe, yeah.
Because
I was thinking
you're telling me and I was
familiar.
like, this sounds so familiar.
Some crew members said that lights and equipment malfunctioned randomly. And Lorraine was a part of the movie-making process, and she said, actually, the content of the cases was toned down a little bit in the films, and they often left a lot of stuff out that happened in real life. It was actually like 10 times worse in real life than they showed it in the movie. Okay, I'm also going to give like a little mini shout out to our resident horror movie expert and friend, Brandon O over at Terrorific Podcast, because he has 2 episodes on the first 2 Conjuring movies. And if you want to know more about the movies in like a content based, like this happened in this scene and then this happened, and
the facts, the info.
He gives more in-depth content in a critical and humorous way, and he gives it from a horror movie enjoyer perspective. If you're interested in that, then go check him out because he's great. Okay, then we get into paranormal impact and legacy of the Warrens. Again, reiterating, we are not defending them.
Nope.
We're not proving or disproving anything about them either.
Nope.
In addition to that, I do think in society, we need to pull a little bit away from condemning people to either be only good or only bad. Because what does it mean when somebody who is, quote, bad does something good, and what does it mean when somebody who is good does something bad? I don't know. Right? Oh, God.
That scared the fuck out of me, and I don't know why. Like, I fully jumped. Like, I thought someone was coming in.
Oh, my
God. The Warrens have me freaked the fuck out right now.
Oh, my God.
I'm on edge, and I don't know why.
They're not here, I promise.
We talked about spooky items, and now I'm, like, jumping at anything.
So I do think that it's rather important to acknowledge the impact that they had on the paranormal community and how they progressed the general knowledge of the paranormal. By the time the Warrens had both passed, they had collectively done upwards of 10,000 paranormal investigations. 10,000.
That's a lot. We're only on episode 35.
Yeah. We have at least 10,000 more to come.
Buckle up.
Buckle up. They involved their family in their work and investigating, mainly their daughter and her husband, like I said before, who had taken over for Ed and Lorraine when they both eventually passed. Now, getting into investigating. They have published a lot of books throughout the years of their investigating careers, some of them detailing their cases, some about demonology, others about the spirit world in general. A lot of the things that we know about them today and about the work that they've done comes from these books. So I guess we would say technically the Ed and Lorraine Warren files are not really files. They're based on the books that they wrote themselves, which I think there's value to people creating things, but I think it also leaves room to change things that maybe haven't happened. So the only way we can know for sure is if we read the actual files.
Release the files!
But the core experiences and knowledge that they had can be found inside these books, and they're also from first-hand accounts. So then the Haunted Museum, their son-in-law was the owner of their house and museum up until recently. Now this is my big update. Okay, it's not really an update because this is it's like a couple months late. It's an update for you. Maybe to anyone else who doesn't know about it. I don't know what your guys' feed and algorithm looks like, but
this is an update for me, guys.
This is an update. So the home kind of recently was put up for sale and bought by ghost hunter and comedian Matt Rife. I don't know why.
Just to have.
He apparently owns the museum and the home, along with YouTuber and investigator Elton Castee. Now, if you know who they are, this is true. They do a lot of paranormal investigating. I will leave it at that. I have a lot of thoughts that I don't want to say because I just don't want to. And also because I don't want to risk hindering us from ever visiting the house. So I won't say anything bad just in case they want to invite us there. But I have a lot of thoughts. Nonetheless, the Haunted Museum has been a place that investigators and paranormal enthusiasts like to visit to see for themselves the true hauntedness, I guess.
Is it open to the public since they've bought it?
I think so, but yeah. I don't think it's in the same way that it was before. I don't think that it's like a museum anymore. I think they're focusing now more on like investigating. So you have to pay like a
fee,
a handsome dollar
to get in,
and to like spend the night. And
I don't want to. That's okay.
Yes.
I will observe from afar.
Yes, it's now over available for overnights and investigations. Now, one of my biggest takeaways from the Ed and Lorraine files is that they aren't really files. Like I said, they're just books, okay? They're stories that the couple wrote about their experiences, documented in an entertaining way that gained the attention of those invested or interested in the paranormal. I will also say my opinion, okay? I do believe that Lorraine had some kind of psychic medium ability, okay? I choose to believe that. Whether anyone else does, to be honest, I don't care. I'm just choosing to believe that. I'm not saying it's true or not, I'm just saying that I believe it, okay? But I also do believe that, given the couple's religious background, the word demon, the concept of demons, was sort of the default rhetoric for every case, when that may have not been the actual circumstances. Okay. I do wish that Lorraine hadn't so blindly supported her husband. I do understand, given the religious aspect and the era in time, it's not easy to even separate from your husband or to make him look bad. I understand that part, but I do wish that she could have separated herself from that. And while I really think that they did take advantage in a lot of ways, like monetarily, I think it's evident that they did a lot of research and they documented a lot of paranormal things that would have otherwise been overlooked. And I guess that it's kind of a testament to what they did in the paranormal space that we're still talking about them today and covering and rediscovering the experiences that they had. So I think there's something to that too. And that's my final thought. Pretty much that's it. Do you have any final thoughts?
No, I think you have to just take everything they did with a grain of salt, digest it for yourself, find your own truths from that, and then go from there. But like, as for my opinion of them, I think they did a lot for the paranormal world and like researching and talking about stuff and sharing things. Do I think they were great people all the time? No. I think they made mistakes. I think they may have taken advantage of people. I think thing to do is to look at the benefit and the positivity and focus on that rather than the negative. And like, you can learn from the negative, but focusing on like the positive is really where to stay.
As well, yeah. I agree with that.
But yeah, what are your guys' thoughts?
Yeah,
our
let
audience,
us know.
Listeners, tell us.
If you have any of your own spooky, witchy, or paranormal stories, we want to hear them.
Tell us!
You can send your stories to ttalestalks@gmail.com or send them to us through our spooky story submissions form that's in our link tree, that's in our bio. Anywhere you can find us, it's in our bio. Yeah.
If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to follow the podcast and share it with a fellow Twitchy Witchy. You can find us on Instagram at T-Tails Talks to keep up to date with what we're doing and whenever a new episode drops.
Yeah! Until we meet again, our Twitchy Witchy friends, stay spooky and don't let your tea get cold.
Yeah! Woo!
Looking for your next obsession? The Creators Collective Podcasts is your gateway to the dark, the chilling, and the downright fascinating. We're a community of independent podcasts with one goal: to share the best in true crime, paranormal tales, folklore, and unexplained mysteries. Whether you crave cold cases that won't stay closed, haunted histories that refuse to be forgotten, or stories that make you sleep with the lights on, there's a show waiting for you in the collective. And when you join us, you're not just listening to one podcast. You're stepping into a world of creators who love this stuff as much as you do. Check out the Creators Collective today. Follow the link in our show notes to discover your next favorite podcast. We'll be waiting for you.